Hola Colchoneros, this is me, Alex, and as usual, I have Saint Kicks with me. And what a match last night, to be honest, like 4-0, it was literally Sørloth against Real Sociedad, against his former club as well. And we've seen this like somehow like he turns up against his former clubs for some reason. Against Villarreal, he also scored a goal, and then Real Sociedad, I mean, like he literally fucked Real Sociedad last night, to be honest. Fastest hat trick in La Liga in just 3 minutes, and I forgot the seconds, 48, 49.
Yeah,
It was something like this.
it's 4 minutes.
No, not for
Oh,
3 minutes and
it's
three
3 minutes
minutes.
or
Like
something.
yeah, 3 minutes and 49, 50 seconds, something like that. But the thing is, like, it's the fastest hat trick in La Liga, and I mean, he could have had five, to be honest. Like in the first half itself, he could have had five, and then again in the second half, he could have had five again. That was unlucky again. That was a good
Like
ball, and then like he just hit the post.
five shots and 4 goals is that's a lot. That's a lot.
Exactly. I mean, like. Impressive. And but unfortunately, like it comes when we have nothing to play for. I mean, I wish it was something like, like something like we're like going for the La Liga title and anything like this could have like meant something else, but it's okay. Like I'm happy for Sørloth,
Mhm.
and like we always keep saying that like Sørloth doesn't score goals when he start, and like yesterday he literally like, like shut us all up with 4 goals in first half, and he did it like while starting as well. And like he moved to 17 goals now, and like he moved in top five for PCG,
Mhm.
which is interesting actually because when we talk about Sorloth, again, so like when you talk about Julian Alvarez as well, he has 27 goals this season, and this is his debut season for Atletico Madrid. And like he has overtook Luis Suarez, he's overtook Diego Forlan, Griezmann, and Sorloth is now level with Luis Suarez as a debut season with Atletico Madrid. He's also
In
on,
La Liga.
not in La Liga, like overall, including Champions League, Copa del Rey, and La Liga. So like he has around 21 goals. So like
Goals.
his level with Luis Suarez. I mean,
Okay.
like that's a statement. That's a statement, to be honest. That is actually a statement. And even I mean, like we still have what 3 matches to go, and I think again I don't see Griezmann starting in these 3 matches as well. It'll be Julian Alvarez and Sorloth. There is a chance, like for both of these players, they can finish. They can finish the season with 20 plus goals. We have a few difficult game coming up, which again we'll talk about later on. We have Real Betis, Girona, and Osasuna. So again, I think it's achievable. Like it's more achievable for Sørloth because like he's on 17, he just has to score 3 goals to reach that 20 mark. Julian Alvarez has to score 5 goals. Again, I would say reachable, but I would
It's
just say
five.
like about the.
It's 5-3 against the hard teams is the problem. Like if it was like a mid-table set of games, like some teams who don't really need anything to play for, we could get those results, I think. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like Real Betis is pushing for European football. I think Osasuna is achievable, but again, that's an away game, so like we don't really know.
And then
And
Girona is fighting relegation, so that's not an easy
Girona,
game either.
exactly. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's where Real Sociedad, and like Real Sociedad, we all knew, like like the players are leaving, the manager is leaving. So yeah, we talked about this in the preview of the match as well. So it was different, but again, we never know, because our players can surprise us. So yeah, I mean, they surprise us, they surprise the team as well sometimes because this was a surprising performance from Sørloth. Like I definitely didn't expect this. 4 goals in the first half. I definitely didn't expect this, and this could have been more than four as well. So like, well, let's just talk about the. Let's take your views first, and then we'll talk about the first half.
So I think it was a surprise game. I think everybody felt like after that third goal, it was just like it just literally fell to him. It's like everything is going his way today. Like wow, that's insane. Because that first goal, I was like, oh wow, I kind of surprised Ramiro didn't score it. Sorry, save it.
That
I was
was a
like, it's
superb
literally right.
finish, by the way. Yeah, that was
It's
a
a great
superb finish.
finish, but at the
Exactly. I mean,
same time,
like,
I was like,
it's not
I kind of
it's
thought
not easy.
Romero had it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like it was straight. Yeah, it was straight at him. It was straight at
Yeah,
him. But like, I would say, like, Like that was an amazing finish, especially the fact that the ball is bouncing
Right.
and like you can't like even hit it with like half volley or something. Like he has to like raise his foot like in that was like pretty above, like slightly let's say a little bit lower than the waist. Like his foot was like really up,
Yeah.
and
So
and
his
then like
placement and if you look at the replay, I believe I believe it's Elizondo. He gets a little bit touch of the ball, and that slightly changes the trajectory, and Solot still manages to react to that, which is really cool.
exactly, which is really superb. And then like somehow manages to like get that power because like he shoots
Right.
straight at the keeper. He
So
literally shoots straight at the like he just couldn't react in time. Like he was just like this, like the ball was gone.
all of his four goals had some really really nice ball striking behind it. Right. I think the first goal, considering what we just talked about, really great. I think the second goal, from how far out it was in terms of the placement, was really great to beat Ramiro from that far out. The third goal,
And
um,
I'm again first goal. Like how are we forgetting that pass from Pablo Barcos? Like how can we forget
fantastic.
to mention that?
I wanna I'll get to Barrios. I just wanna talk about Sola for a second, and then we can we can get to
Go
Barrios.
ahead. Sure, sure,
But
go on.
that third goal, obviously, Romero had nothing to do. He was just like, all right, well, take win. But and then the fourth goal was just another moment where it's like from where he was to get it into the place where it was another great example of just like when you're on it, right? I think we said this in the Rio review where it's like Sola had a good half in the Rio game when he started, but our feelings after the goal that he got was like, man, you could have got a three, maybe a hat trick, maybe even a four goals or something. It's like, well, we got it now. So you four shots, four goals in the first
True,
half.
true, true. I mean, there
Um,
were many games where Sørloth could have had like 4 goals. Champions League, Lille, that was one of those
that
games.
could have
Like
been one of those
he,
games. So I was
exactly,
just
exactly.
I I just wrote on that too. The last time we played the 4-5-1 in our team is that Lille game, right? We had instead of the two wingers, we had Griezmann and Alvarez feeding Solot, and they fed a lot of balls for Solot right to his feet, and I was just like, oh well, you have to score. Miss all four, and then somehow some tomfoolery happened. They got a penalty that didn't exist. They got a lucky deflection. They end the game 3-1 at home, and it was just like I felt so mad after that game, but I was just like, all right, well, whatever. I think games like this is an example of, oh, okay, cool, but I I still feel very. I know this is a weird thing to say after he just had such an insane game. It's like I still feel a bit weird with Solot because it's like you still have no Champions League goals, right? You have a lot of your great in Copa del Rey, mind you. Um, but it's like you have these goals and you have this stuff, and it's like I wish besides Barcelona, where you have like 3-3, three out of four. You could have had. It was like besides, yeah, I wish he could have got it against Real Madrid. Or she could have got a little bit more in these other games, but it's like happy for what happened today. And yeah, so now we can talk about everybody else who who is also really good on the day. Um, I think
True. I mean, like the
Lino
second goal, I
and
would say
Barrios.
first goal again.
Hmm?
Lino was, I mean, like good in like some moments. In some moments, like I didn't really feel like he was good. Like in some moments, I felt like he was, like especially in the second half, I think like he was being a little bit selfish because like we were 4-0 up, so like he was thinking that we can have
Hey,
fun now. So yeah.
after a guy gets four goals, you don't need to feed him anymore. Honest opinion. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought because he was
Yeah.
being a little selfish in the second half. But I would say a decent game, especially that goal for the second goal, that
Hmm.
Sergio Busquets kind of assist to Messi. That assist felt like the same. Like he just
Hmm.
gave the ball to Sørloth, Sørloth just went there. Like he literally took the shot like from outside the D, and then like I don't know like how the fuck he beat Romero from there. I have no idea. And then the third goal, I think that was just lucky. Especially it just came right after the kickoff as well. And who intercepted the ball? Sørloth.
Hmm.
Sørloth intercepted the ball, and like somehow ended up to the ball, and then it just went to the right wing. Couple of passes here and there, cross. Lucky for like the defender was clearing the ball. Like again, it deflected back. Three. Fourth one, I would say again, Javi Galan. He got an assist, a pretty good ball. Javi Galan was having a good game against Real Sociedad. Like his crossing was on point yesterday. And
Uh,
again, what a great finish. Romero couldn't even move for the fourth
hmm.
goal as well. And but I would say like, do you remember like the first half, like the first minute? Marcus Llorente gets the ball,
Right.
literally alone. Sørloth is available, Lino is available, and then I don't like what he just gets confused. Maybe like he wants to
He
take the
kind of
shot
panics a little bit.
exactly, and then like he just fucked it up. So I would say I mean like Marcus Llorente was very indecisive in this match. There were moments again he could have had an assist easily. Where again at the end of the match as well, where he could have headed back the ball to Griezmann for a tap in, which he couldn't do. So like there were some moments I think Marcus Llorente was very indecisive.
Hmm.
But I think I don't even know what to talk about. Like first half was all about Sørloth. Like I don't even
Right.
know what to add. And then you go on. What do you think about the first half?
I think so many points. I would say I agree with the Llorente situation because like I think Llorente had a good game, but when you notice a lot of those final third decisions, he was just kind of a little bit not sure of himself in these small moments where it's like earlier in the season, it's like, oh, he sees you, bam, the ball is at your feet already. Make a decision, right? Um, I think me and you have said this quite a few times already. I think Giuliano and Llorente, despite the fact that they've been consistently putting out great performances, clearly do need a rest. And both of them, I think we saw it, especially yesterday, where it's like where they could have gotten maybe a goal or an assist or created another chance, they kind of took a little extra step. And it's like that step behind that they have right now, if you give them that game, maybe a game and a half of rest, you could probably get a little bit more of that like feeling again. Because it's like Giuliano got a goal and assist in the Valladolid game. He got thing. It's like he's been on a tear despite the fact that he's been a little bit lacking in terms of physical preparation. And I think that's really interesting to me. I think I liked Lino personally. I think in that first half where he did really nice off the ball, I think he was really good, especially deeper into the play, where you could see him a lot of times he was on the wing, but then other times where you could kind of dribble, maybe go inside, go outside, whatever. And then other times he would come deep, allow to facilitate the play, maybe push Galan forward like he did for the fourth goal, where he put the ball like past the Sociedad player and Galan had just free space to run into, where he cut back the ball and so got his fourth. But I think Barrios especially, fantastic game from him. And another example of we probably really do need a DM because if this is what we're getting out of Barrios after what was an amazing DM performance the entire season, but these past 5 games he's gotten a goal and 2 assists like that. It's clearly this is an area for him to facilitate because if we can get this out of him in midfield and we get another DM, hopefully a cheap one who's also high quality, we can push this midfield into something really special. And if we do get Bayern as well, like this the sky's the limit almost. So
True.
I think it was a great midfield performance. I think it was a really great, um, like the fact that we were constantly attacking the flanks was a great moment for what was almost a demolition of Real Sociedad. Obviously, I didn't expect it to get 4-0 in 30 minutes, but if you look at the amount of chances we created in the first half alone, it's probably not that flattering of a score, honestly. You know, so I think it was great. I think it was a great game. My only caveat though is I think Galan, while he was great on the ball, off the ball, there were some moments I was watching him, I was not really that happy because Lunamod and Jimenez were near flawless this game, and yet Real Sociedad's press, which wasn't that great because they mentally were like shattered, right? Galan kept on getting pressed and really was forced out of the ball like a lot. And it's just like that was a clear vulnerability. And it's like if you get in like this from a really poor Sociedad at that point in time, I'm just like I'm not really sure what you're gonna get out of you in like a actually scary team. like a Barcelona, like a you know, like a German club in Champions League. But yeah,
True, true. Talking about the second half now, there was nothing in the second half which I can actually talk about. There's just like one chance, I think, where Sørloth hit the bar, and then the second one, Angel Correa had a chance, and then that's it. I can't really remember. I think like we were
maybe a
controlling the
Lino
game
shot
pretty
outside
much.
the box, like one or two or something.
I mean,
Nothing
not
crazy.
really like yeah, nothing crazy exactly. Like I really wanted that fifth goal, didn't come, but it's
Hmm.
okay. But yeah, I think there's nothing in second half. I think we were controlling the game pretty much, and nothing really happened. I think after the 80th mark, we were just like passing around the ball, like especially like with Barrios, like he was substituted in the 55th minute or something. Maybe like he felt something. We saw the icing on his leg, and then the substitutes came, and then eventually a great standing ovation for Sørloth, well
Hmm.
deserved for him. And that's it. I mean, like I saw Griezmann coming on. Like, Griezmann was literally walking in the match. Like he was literally having a walk in the park.
Hmm.
So I mean, it was a very very easy game in the second half. Like Real Sociedad, they were, I would say, like they were not really like like getting up on us. They were like like just getting back, getting the numbers back, just staying back. They would like try to protect their reputation. I would say, like like don't turn this match into a humiliation because we were already 4-0 up. Like a couple more goals, it could have been 6 or 7-0.
Yeah.
So I think Real Sociedad was protecting that humiliation, and then we didn't turn up the way we turned up in the first half, and we didn't get any space. I mean, Real Sociedad was in a low block in the second half, and then yeah, just two chances, and that's it. What do you think about the second half?
Yeah. I don't have too much different thoughts. Uh I like the small amount of Lamar minutes we got. I thought it was nice to watch him. I think I just like the other times that he's shown his cameo, it's been nice to see a calm player on the ball who could kind of just separate himself from the other players and then also create those chances. I think his set piece, I noticed from the corner and the set piece, I was like, oh wow, we actually have dangerous set pieces again. Look at that. But besides that, there's not much to talk about the second half. It was just kind of like we're just kind of playing to keep that clean sheet so Oblak stays happy. So, so yeah,
Oh, there was a scary movement where I think Koke lost the ball, and like I thought it was going to end up in a goal,
yeah.
but eventually it was saved. And yeah, I just remember like him having that one save, and then one chance in the back post again. Javi Galan was there. Uh, Real Sociedad player couldn't convert it, and that's it. I don't remember any other Real Sociedad chances. But next, I'm going to talk about like we tried this formation for the first time. We tried a 4-5-1 for the first time,
In the league.
and in the league as well. Exactly. I mean, like this turned out really good actually, 4-5-1. Like,
Hmm.
can we see Atletico Madrid using this formation more? But again, I think like in order to use this formation, you need someone like Sørloth up front. Like you can't do it with Alvarez up front because like you need that strong presence up front, where you can like feed in crosses. I think this is the kind of formation which we can use for the second half, where like
Hmm.
we are struggling, like we just have like spam crosses. This is, I think, this formation is like really good for that stuff because we have five in the midfield. We can have the control of the midfield, and
Hmm.
then we have the wingers as well who can constantly cross the ball in the box. So I think it's one of those formation which I think we can use it more often with having Sørloth in our team as well. What do you think about this new formation which we used?
Um, we said it before. We've used it before in the Champions League, but not like this, where we had those two wingers who also came in as well. So it was a deviation of the plan, and it was an interesting one because I think we haven't used two wingers on either flank like this in quite some years now in Atletico. So it's a classic plan. You had two wingers on each side. You hit a top big man, score some goals. A little English kind of vibes. But I think it was really interesting to see because of the fact that we had that midfield control from the five there, where we could almost suffocate Real Sociedad from really getting too far forward. It was, I think, the pressing that we did off the ball was really impressive because I haven't really seen too much pressing this season Even though we've been in that mid block, we were usually a lot more aggressive in that mid block. But today, we saw it. We got a very good result as a result of it. I think we could have gotten even more, as you said before. But after 4 goals, there's not a lot of motivation to score that fifth or sixth or seventh goal. To be honest with you, and I don't think Iguasil really deserved that. To be honest, I think I think he's a lot better of a coach than I think he deserved to get there. I think he's been great for Real Sociedad, and it's a shame that he's going. I think I'm not sure what that means for Real Sociedad's future, but yeah. So
True, true. And there you go, guys. So these were our thoughts of the match. And do let us know your opinion as well. What do you think about like Sørloth hat-trick, and what do you think about the match? What do you think about this new formation which you tried 4-5-1?
mhm.
And like, should we try it more often with Sørloth being in the team? Maybe in the second half as well when we take off, let's say Griezmann or someone, because I mean Alvarez will start every game, that's for sure. So like this
Mhm.
formation only works with Sørloth up front. This cannot work with Alvarez up front because again he's not that kind of a player. So again, I mean like it's an
Soul
interesting
Nine kind of
question.
vibes.
Exactly. So interesting question. So like, yeah, do let us know in the comment section. And moving on to the ratings, we'll start with Oblak. Oblak, I would say it didn't really have anything to do with the goal, just one save, I remember, and I'll give him a 7 just for the clean sheet. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the same. I think I'll do like a quick fire version of mine. I think obviously Soul at 10. We're just gonna ignore him. But it's like Barrios. I think Barrios is a 9. I think Lino was at 8. Same with Giuliano. I think they both were really good today. Kalan, I think I appreciated more what he did on the ball than the defensive element, even though I didn't like the defensive element. So I'll give him a 7. Koke also a 7, maybe a 8. I think he did really good in terms of organization and stuff. I didn't really remember too much about the ball until the second half, and then nothing really happened in the second half. So like maybe a 6 or 7, and then Llorente, I'll give him a 8. I think he was really good defensively. I'll do the same for both of the centre backs, like stalwarts there. So that's my quick starting 11. Boom, done. Yes.
Okay, well, that was cute. I would say Oblak, I would give him a 7. Again, I mean, there's an easy match for him. The two centre backs, Lenormand Jimenez, I'll give them a 7 as well, I would say. I think the Aussies are like didn't really do much. I think it was an easy day for them.
Hmm.
And then the fullbacks, Lorente, I'll give him a 7 as well. I think like he could have had more. Like if like let's say like like his decision making could have been much better. So just because
Sure.
of that, I'm gonna keep him at 7. And then Javi Galan, I'm gonna keep him over back. I'm gonna give him 7.5 just because he got that
Ah.
assist. Just because he got that assist. And then to the midfield, Giuliano, I would say 7.5 as well. He had a decent game. And then Lino again 7.5. And then Pablo Barrios, I would give him a 8.5. I mean, it was a shame that like he got substituted much earlier. I think like if he stayed on the pitch for much longer, maybe we could have found the fifth goal as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll give him 8.5. And then Koke, I'll give him a 7.5. I think like he was controlling the game really good. He just did that one mistake. Otherwise, like he was controlling the game very good. And same with DePaul, 7.5 as well. Again, good control of the game. And then up front, Solomon does it 10, obviously. There's no arguing about that. Now I'm talking about the substitutes actually. So Molina came on in the second half. Molina, I mean, like I'm getting on that hate train for Molina slowly, slowly. I mean, that was really bad to be honest. Like, Molina came on. I mean, loose touches, loose passes. I can't really like. I wasn't impressed. I will give him a 6 for that. And then Griezmann, I would say again, he was just having a walk, not even a jog actually, a walk in the park. Again, I'll give him a 6. And then Korea, I'll give him a 6.5 because again, like he had one chance, like he tried to create something. And then Lemar, I'll give him a 7. I think it was good minutes from him. And actually, like, he was a much better set piece taker than DePaul in the second half.
Yeah.
And Then okay, so Lemar, Molina, Griezmann, Correa. Who else? Gallagher. Gallagher, I would say. I mean, I couldn't really see him much because like the
Mhm.
game was a the game was just like passing around here and there. I'll give him a 6.5 as well. So these
So,
are for my substitutes. What do you think about the substitutes?
um, and then was okay. I didn't like when he missed the ball there. I agree with these kind of loose touches, but I think it wasn't too crazy, and this isn't really a game where it matters too much. Um, I don't think I don't think any of the defensive like nothing really goes under a six for me for the substitutes. I think Griezmann was okay. Didn't really do too much, but didn't do anything wrong really either. I think Gallagher is more or less the same as well. It's a shame that he had such limited minutes after his recent form too, but it is what it is. There's a big squad. Um, Lamar, I'd give a seven, as I agree, because it's like that set pieces, these nice little change of pace. He had a nice set of minutes on the day, and then who else am I missing? Korea did some nice things. So yeah, so a little 6.5, but Korea. If he had scored, then maybe, but like I didn't expect much. To be honest, it's like it feels like the last hurrahs of Korea in Atletico. So yeah, yeah, that's it. I
True,
think
true, true.
I think I
So
got everybody.
yeah, you did it, you did. So there you go, Cultureros. So this is do let us know like how do you rate the players, how do you rate the substitutes, and do let us know your opinions. And actually, like thank you so much. We've reached the 250 subscriber mark, and hopefully now our next goal is to reach 300. So help us achieve that goal as well, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Until then, Opa Atleti. Ciao, ciao.